Life become clearer when you wipe down your mirror and leave notes around for yourself to remember. I like to teach and build.
Hey, yo, Eeze!
And we'll start off with the JoeyBada and the diss record. First of all, after listening to it, I don't view that as a diss record. Maybe some subliminals were thrown, but people getting up in arms over what? And I was reading some comments, and people were stating how they felt like bloggers were amping up the beef for clicks and views. And I can totally understand that. But this is a nothing burger. Nothing's gonna come of it. Even if Kendrick wanted to respond. Did we all forget he's booked for the Super Bowl? This is probably the furthest thing from his mind. So I know that we all love, let me stop saying we all. I know the majority of people love hip hop beef, diss records, and drama. But if you said you grew up in the 90s and you're from that era, you are well aware of subliminals within the record. Now granted, these may be direct in some capacity, but for the most part, there was nothing outlandish said, there was nothing malicious. It was just a dude stating his claim, stating how he felt, and he's entitled to that. And we're also gonna not sit here and act like JoeyBada is not a solid MC or rapper. He's hip hop through and through. At one point, the boom bap sound that most people said that they love, or that was restored in some capacity by others, he's been doing that. Him and the Pro Era crew, so we gotta knock it off and give people their just due. Now granted, he's going on to different things, acting, showing his talents in that area, but he's a rapper, MC, first and foremost. And as far as this record goes, salute to Conductor Williams too. He's well within his right to stay how he feels. A little late to the party, but is he the first one to ever do that? Nah. Let's all relax a little bit. It's not that big of a deal. He said what he had to say. Kendrick is preparing for the Super Bowl. In a week, tops, it'll probably be over. Yo, man, we gotta stop this. This disrespecting legends and icons. I'm not gonna sit here and act like Nas is above reproach, but it's a certain status that you meet or garner or obtain that should have you kind of like removed or off limits when it comes to certain subjects, especially within rap. Like this disrespect by Young Noble, I don't understand it because it's like dudes are stuck in the 90s, nearly 50 years old and crashing out. That situation that happened in the park, why are people so enamored with that? Like, why is your ego so attached to who won and what happened? That was nearly 3 decades ago. That will never make sense to me. It would never make sense to me. Remove yourself from that. It's over. Life is about progression. We always say how Pac was for the liberation of people who look like him, right? Do you think 30 years from now, he would still be harping on what happened in that incident? Let's think about it. Like, if you really uplifting his name, would he really approve of y'all going on Vlad and doing interviews or the Art of Dialogue talking about the same things ad nauseum? And then subsequent diss records? There's no respect. Hip hop is competitive, but sometimes I ask myself, where does the competition stem from? A lot of it comes across as hatred because there's a lot of flip-flopping. Dudes will tell a story one way at one moment, a couple of moments later, it's something totally different. Who cares about who rocked a medallion first? Who cares about who had a stomach tattoo first? Fam, dudes is 50 years old. Are you kidding me right now? I know I don't care about stuff like that. None of us should. That's young boy stuff, which is why when it happened, is when it should have been addressed and dealt with. But I really don't understand. Ain't mad about songs, Death Row, Eeze. If anything, I thought he was paying homage. And towards the end, with the whole snippet with Ed Lover and letting the crowd know what happened when Pac passed. And like dudes are looking for problems, looking for rollouts. And then we throw around this term OG. OGs don't behave like this. It's just old heads who are disgruntled. Like, I don't respect this type of stuff. Certain artists, certain people, certain individuals, I'm not saying we elevate them and they're above reproach. What I'm saying is that all these mindless, childish games that you're playing within the culture and stating as if you about the culture or hiding under the guise of competition, it doesn't add up to me. It really doesn't add up to me. So, was it worth it? And as fans, some of us get so worked up over it in the sense that we get so excited over beefs and drama. This ain't it. Young Noble can do better than this, man. I really don't know. Because my question is, if you really supporting Pac out here, upholding his name, are you really doing the work? Are you doing the work out here? What are you doing to push the culture forward outside of going on these platforms where you talk about the same stuff over and over and over? Only time they book y'all is when they want to talk about that incident. They don't be plugging none of your music outside of probably a diss record. Like, think about that. You be thinking you up on someone, but you're being used. I don't understand it. And this happens all the time. It happens all the time. Times have changed. The Source magazine is gone. Bada magazine is gone. Lex Bubbles are gone. That was 3 decades ago. And you guys are still stuck there. Lex Bubbles are fired though. Still fired to this day. But dudes are still stuck there. Let's do better. The top of the year at that, we ain't even 10 days in. I don't understand the significance. Why are dudes so enamored with that story? Everybody has their own version. Everybody has their own version. I've never heard Nas be disrespectful about it though. And KD 2 came out when? Over 2 years ago. And you just now want to talk about it? Like, I don't understand it, man. I really don't. Hopefully dudes look in the mirror and do better.